In nearly every game, there's customization options for the player. Those could be weapon skins, armor, hair, clothing, anything really. And typically they come in different rarities. And today we're going to be talking about the best of the best, those being the legendary... Wait, not the legendaries. I mean the epics. No, again, no, that's Epic Games. No, we're not talking about them. The prestiges. Nope. God damn it, that's Apex. We're finally going to be going over the Overwatch 2 Mythic skins. Season 1, Demon Genji. The first ever Mythic of Overwatch 2, shown off the same day that we were told the release date of Overwatch 2. Demon left an impact, and I still think it is one of the best Mythics that we have received. Demon comes in 3 different color palettes, which I will go into. Starting off at level 1, you receive a green, sandy gray, and brown color palette, which I'd say isn't the best, and I've not ever really seen around. I've seen a few people use it, but not that much. Then at level 3, you unlock palette 2, the red, blue, and camel green color palette, which is quite nice. It is not my choice, but this is the one that I've seen the most usage out of, apart from the one that I use, which I also see fairly often. At level 4, you unlock palette 3, my personal favorite, the black, teal, purple one, and the darker palette makes the tattoos that this Genji skin has shine so nicely. This is an amazing color palette for this skin. Faceplate 1 unlocked at level 1 isn't my favorite. It's alright, and in the concept art this is known as Demon. Here are the 3 color palettes: green, red, and black. Faceplate 2 unlocked at level 2 is known as Lion in the concept art, and is very much inspired with the Chinese lion dogs or fu dogs. It does look a little bit silly up close, but it's very cool, and here are the 3 colors: green, red, and black. Faceplate 3, unlocked at level 3, is known as Spirit, and is the most like regular Genji. On the forehead you can see and make out a word which happens to translate to soul. And here are the 3 color palettes: green, red, and black. Moving down onto the tattoos, there are 3 options for us to choose from, all being very Yakuza based, well, -1. Tattoo 1, unlocked at level 1, is a robotic style of the Kami no Ko, or turtleback tattoo, and is a pretty good design. I honestly think it looks good in all of the palettes: green, red, and black. Tattoo 2, unlocked at level 2, is the next and is most unlike a Yakuza tattoo. On the shoulder you can see the same kanji as the third mask, translating to soul or spirit. This is probably the worst, and here's the colors: green, red, and black. Tattoo 3, unlocked at level 3, is based on a Hikei, I might have pronounced that incorrectly, tattoo, and is honestly quite nice. I've been sleeping on this one, and this tattoo has 2 dragons flowing throughout both sides, which is very nice. And here are the colors: green, red, and black. Shuriken 1, unlocked at level 1, is like the usual classic Genji, with some more LEDs added in the middle of it. They come in 3 different colors: green, red, and black. Well, I guess black is more of a white in this one. I have never seen this because I always use the gold Genji, so I did not know that this was white until I wrote this script. Moving on to Shurikens 2, unlocked at level 4, this is honestly blunt. I do like the little flowers, they are a nice touch, but the blades itself, the shuriken, looks like a fidget spinner that you would not take like any damage from, sadly. But I like this in some aspects, but not my type of weapon. That's why I've always used weapons 1. But here are the color palettes. Green, red, and black. Dragon Blade 1 unlocked at level 1 is the most like classic Genji. And honestly, I'm a fan of both of the blades in here. Here are the 3 color palettes. Green, red, and black. Dragon Blade 2, unlocked at level 4, is more of a laser sword. Picture the lightsaber. Very cool, I just happen to dislike the other 2, so the shuriken and the other blade. That's why I do not use it. But I do think that this is a really nice weapon, and here are the color palettes. Green, red, and black. And lastly, we have the final one, Small Blade. Small Blade 1, unlocked at level 1, is honestly a really nice design. And here are the color palettes. Green, red, and black. For Small Blade 2, unlocked at level 4, they made it look blunt. This ain't it. Someone probably likes it, but for me, this just isn't it. Season 2. Zues Junker Queen. After the impact of Genji, this felt like a downgrade. It's a great skin, hands down, and one of the best for Odessa. Having 3 color palettes, I wouldn't say any are bad. At level 1, you unlock the yellow, brown, and white. At level 3, you unlock the pink, red, and dark bronze. And at level 4, you unlock the blue, and black. And apparently the colors are, the color variants are references to Hades and Poseidon. I personally did not see that, but apparently they are. Moving on from the colors, we have the shoulder, and we have 2 to take a look at. Unlocked at level 1, we have Gorgon Omnic, which is a neat design, and we have never got to see a concept like this again. I've not seen many use this shoulder as well, but here are the colors. Yellow, pink, blue. The next shoulder is unlocked right at level 2 and is the eagle. Is a great quality, 10 out of 10. I use this one and I have seen a majority of people that use the Zues Junker Queen skin using this one. I think this is the best out of the 2 options, personally, but if you like the Gorgon, go ahead and rock it. You'll probably only a few that do. But here are the colors for the eagle. Yellow, pink, and blue. Next, moving on to armor. Unlocked at level 1, we have the full body armor, which I don't really see the point in. It isn't the greatest, it's just some slabs of something covering her core, a bit of her arm, and her helmet thing is like a weird crown thing. Like a weird swirly tiara. It does... I do actually like the crown a little bit, it does look kind of cool, but I'm not the biggest fan of this variant because I don't really see the point in it. But here are the colors: yellow, pink, and blue. Armor 2, unlocked at level 2. Just ignore everything that I said about her having the armor, because I don't think she should, because Junker Queen looks a lot better without armor. She is a goddess in this skin, so why would she need it? Yeah. Here are the colors: yellow, pink, and blue. But yeah, I don't have much to say about this one. I would have preferred something if, like, for example, her whole skin became electrically charged, like her hair and like how her knives are, and her axe, and like just basically all of her. That would be really cool. That would be a lot better than armor and no armor. That should have been it, to be fair. Now on to weapons. We have Scattershot 1, unlocked at level 1. And honestly, Queen's base weapons with her Mythic are kind of ugly. This is one of the 3, and here are the 3 colors: yellow, pink, and blue. Scattergun 2, unlocked at level 4, is the objectively better version, with a sleeker design and overall aesthetic that looks very nice. The Thunder made shotgun shell cartridge or shotgun shells look amazing as well. Here are the colors: yellow, pink, and blue. Carnage 1 has an eagle within its design, which I can't lie does give it some oomph. However, and this is just a big however, Carnage's blade looks like it's not attached to the hilt, and that doesn't look good to me. That doesn't look good to me. But here are the color palettes. We have yellow, pink, and blue. Carnage 2 is a really nice thunder axe. The blade is made from hard thunder, which is amazing, and here are the colors: yellow, pink, and blue. Carnage 1 is unlocked at level 1, and Carnage 2 is unlocked at level 4. I forgot to add that in. Gracie 1 unlocked at level 1. Like the other ones in this set, I do not like this variant for the weapon. However, I do think it is better than its sisters. Here are the colors: yellow, pink, and blue. Gracie 2 unlocked at level 4. The Thunderbolt knife. What isn't there to love about it? This variant is amazing. This is another one which uses the hard thunder basically from the lightning and a little bit from the gun. But this is amazing. I love these weapons. The weapon 2s might be the best weapon 2s in every Mythic skin. I love this. Here are the colors: yellow, pink, and blue. If you're enjoying the video, make sure you subscribe, as there will be a part 2 coming out in the near future, as well as that we have the whole of Season 9 and Season 10, and also the Season 11 Battle Pass review, including the 2 Mythic skins that were revealed. Season 3, Amaterasu Kiriko. Now onto Kiriko's Mythic from Season 3. Amaterasu, a Shinto deity and a sun goddess, like all the rest of 3 color palettes, those being yellow unlocked at level 1, purple unlocked at level 3, and blue unlocked at level 4. Apparently, the purple and blue are based off of Amaterasu's siblings, but I'm not 100% sure. Like the Hades and Poseidon of Junker Queen. Now we have the crests. We have level 1, crest 1, which is the snake-like one. You get it at level 1 when you unlock the skin. But this is a very simplistic shape. It's not overly there. It's kind of laid back. It's quite chill. But here are the colors: yellow, purple, and blue. Crest 2 unlocked at level 2. I think this is meant to be the sun. I'm not entirely sure because Amaterasu is a sun deity, sun goddess, but she doesn't really have a sun crest, but she has a moon one, so I think this is meant to be the sun. I wouldn't say this is best. I do think it's okay. I do also really like the purple, but I don't think it's the best one, but this is quite nice. I will give it that. But here are the colors: yellow, purple, and blue. And lastly, we have crest 3 unlocked at level 3. This is nice. I may swap to this one from the one I'm currently using. I can't remember which one that is. I think it's the first one. But I like this one. It's honestly really nice. And the best color palette is honestly the blue. I really like the colors I mentioned. And here they are: yellow, purple, and blue. So that was it for the crests. Now we will move on to the hairs, which don't change with the color palettes, so this will be fairly short. Hair 1, the long hair, is unlocked at level 1, and I'd say it's quite nice. I've seen people online say that they would have preferred if it was like how it is in the art, which I do agree with. The art is a lot nicer than the actual in-game, but this is what we have, and I think it's alright. Hair 2, the short hair, is unlocked at level 2. Personally, I like it quite a bit, and I may change to it after I make this video. But yeah, I think this is the best looking hair choice out of all 3 of them. All of them are good, maybe not the first one, which I'm very mixed about, but I like this one. Hair 3, the shaggy wolf-like hair, is unlocked at level 4 and is by far the worst there is. Yeah, I don't like this one. There is inspiration behind it, however, and I am aware of it, but I don't think it was executed that well into game and into model. So this, for me, is the worst out of the hairs. Moving down to Amaterasu's weapons, we have Kunai 1 unlocked at level 1, and I'd honestly give it some props. This is pretty good. The blade is really nice. I like how it's like got a halo. Also the color palettes are really nice. Speaking of which, here are the colors. We have yellow, purple, and blue. Kunai 2 unlocked at level 4 is up, and I love this design. I love how sleek it looks, from like the blade hilt to the circular bit in the middle, which has that weird glowy aura thing. I think that's really cool. However, there's one downside to it. This blade looks tiny. This blade looks like it would not deal any damage to you if you were to get stabbed by it. But apart from that, I love this design, and it's my personal favorite kunai with the two options. Here are the colors: yellow, purple, and blue. Healing of Fuda 1 unlocked at level 1 is up next and is decent. However, I personally do not like this one as much as the second variant of it. But it's okay, and here are the colors: yellow, purple, and blue. Healing of Fuda 2 unlocked at level 4 is really nice. For those wondering, the text apparently translates to slick or sick money, which is wrong. Definitely wrong according to Google. That's what it translates to, which, yeah, that's definitely wrong. But this is really nice. I love the design, I love the sharpness of it. Healing of Fuda 2 is my favorite variant of the Ofudas, and it is really nice. This is a wonderful color. What? A wonderful design, and these are the colors: yellow, purple, and blue. Suzu 1 and Suzu 2, unlocked at level 4 and level 1 respectively, is the same. So they are going to be put in the same section. This is an interesting thing. We've never had one which is the same as the other, but here it is. They look identical, and they have like literally no differences between them, which I am surprised about, to be fair. But the layered metal texture on them is really nice. I really like that. But apart from that, they are the same, and this is a really nice Suzu design, and one of my personal favorites for all of the Suzus out there. But yeah, here are the color palettes: yellow, purple, and blue. Now we are on to Season 4, which paid tribute to sci-fi media, and the season which briefly brought back Horizon Lunar Colony. And the season I first used a script in, and the season that introduced Lifeweaver. GE Sigma is great and fits the Galactic Emperor role really well. For those that don't know, the skin is heavily inspired by Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine. Like the other Mythics, Sigma has 3 color variants: brown, red, and a more brown. Unlocked at level 1, black, purple, and grey unlocked at level 3, and white, teal, and in between light and dark grey unlocked at level 4. There are 3 different armors to choose from, and the first one reminds me of some military outfits in where a similar pattern is there on their design. I do like the wings quite a bit, and here are the colors: brown, black, and white. Armor 2 unlocked at level 2 is what I used. I honestly like the idea of Sigma attaching 2 oversized hyperspheres to his shoulders, and that is basically what this skin does. I like the hyperspheres, they are funny. That's definitely what they're meant to be. I don't know if it's intentionally meant to look like he just attached 2 massive ones to him, but that is what it is. And here are the colors: brown, black, and white. Armor free is definitely one of the most boring and is unlocked at a level that I actually do not know because I have not written it down in my script. I don't like this one, but it does look like Guile's hair from Street Fighter, which kind of gives it props. I also think that they should have probably just removed the shoulder pads and kept the ribbons so it would be a armorless kind of variant, and I think it would look better. But yeah, armor free isn't really my type. And here are the color variants: brown, black, and white. From armor to heads, we now have the cool yet weird head augments. I personally have slept on these. These are quite cool. These are unlocked at level 1 and all have good colors. The color variants work for them very well. Speaking of which, here they are: brown, black, and white. We now have Crown, which is unlocked at level 2 and in my opinion is the best of the 3. I really like Crown. It really gives that cool Space King, Space Emperor, and I am a big fan of this. This is really nice in all of the colors as well, but my personal favorite is the black. And here they are: brown, black, and white. Lastly, for head, we have Hat, which is unlocked at level 3, and I've seen the second most usage out of it, and every color scheme seems to work, but again, I think the black one works best, and obviously people have made jokes about a certain organization that were active during World War II about the skin. Here are the colors though: brown, black, and white. Hyperspheres 1, unlocked at level 1, is basically the standard Sigma Hyperspheres with a few changes and special effects, and comes in 3 colors: brown, black, and white. Hyperspheres 2, unlocked at level 4, is kinda like Scuba Sigmas, but cooler, and these ones look great. I am a big fan. Which is also amazing because the color palettes for them are also really nice, probably lacking a little bit in the brown, but other than that they're all very good. I love these, they look deadly as hell, and here are the colors: brown, black, and white. Season 5, Adventure Tracer. Tracer's Mythic was the first change we saw to the Mythic system, and then they reverted it shortly after. 2 seasons after, or something like that to be exact. Tracer's Mythic is also very, very D&D themed, and I love that. The whole Battle Pass system, all the skins were very D&D themed, very fantasy, and I love that fact. Tracer skin does come in 3 different colors, those being blue, brown, and black at level 1, red, brown, and black at level 3, and light grey, white, and teal at level 4. Starting us off, we have hair at level 1, and this is a great design. It is the basis for all of the other designs in the Mythic skin, but it is great, and I do think it is better than regular Tracer. I am a big fan of how it gives off the same era as the same energy as Link in Breath of the Wild, and kind of Tears of the Kingdom, but more Breath of the Wild. But also, the she has a tiara type thing, is a nice touch. I don't know if it is a tiara, but she has a tiara type thing. But yeah, here are the colors: blue, red, and teal. Next up we have Hood, unlocked at level 2. This is silly, the fact that her little elf ears are poking through the hood. Just is a really interesting and funny concept to me. I don't know why they did that, but I guess it makes sense if you have elf ears. I like Hood, yeah. I do think it is one of the better choices out of the 3. I personally really do like the Hood. But yeah, the real question is, which color do you think is the best? Blue, red, or teal? Next is a Knight Helmet, unlocked at level 4, and the fully upgraded version of this skin. It gives off a lot of energy. It's a lot. It's very fantasy elven knight, which it is meant to be, and I do like that a lot. This skin also gives the whole of Tracer a lot of special effects, which is funky. Like her chronal accelerator glows more. She has some wispy bits on her design as well, which I am a big fan of. Nice glowy bits and wispy bits, if you have seen any of my other videos, and especially skins like that. But yeah, the chronal accelerator is really cool, it being a crystal. I am a big fan of that. That's a really nice touch. And yeah, here are the colors: blue, red, and teal. Next we have the weapons, and we have weapon number 1, the crossbows. I genuinely do not know why you would willingly downgrade to any of the other weapons, because this is so much better. Having Tracer's weapons being crossbows is so cool, and I love that. I love that. So yeah, I don't know why you choose the next weapons. Also, crossbows is unlocked at level 1, but yeah, I don't know why you choose the other weapons over this one, because it is so much cooler. Anyway, here are the colors: blue, red, and teal. White. Teal. In all honesty, weapon 2 isn't that bad. Okay, it is not the best, but it isn't as bad as the next one. Weapon 2 unlocked at level 3 is up next, and it's got some elements that I do like about it, like the wings, and I guess the overall model looks quite nice. It is basically if you took Tracer's pulse pistols and made it a fantasy weapon. Not as good as crossbows, because crossbows is actually really cool, and I don't know why they didn't keep that and make her weapons other like weapons but as guns or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is decent. This is decent. I do imagine the gold working quite well with this, but yeah, I think it's okay compared to the crossbows. But yeah, this is these are the colors. We have blue, red, and teal. And then next up we have weapons 3, which I do not know what they did. I do not like this at all. Weapon 3 is unlocked at level 4, and this is a big downgrade compared to the rest of them. I guess the texturing on the back of the gun looks kind of nice, and that's about it. I also do like the North Star, or the star there, but that is it. Here are the color palettes: blue, red, and teal. So as you can see, here we have the tier list rankings of them, because yep, I do tier lists. Remember, I put the skins in S, A, B, C, and D rankings. Here we are with the first 5 mythic skins. Coming in at the S tier, we have Genji and Kiriko, then we have Junker Queen and Sigma, and lastly we have Tracer. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you all later. This has been the Overwatch 2 Mythic Skins Reviewed Part 1. Adios. In nearly every game, there's customization options for the player. Blah blah blah, I'm not doing that again. If you clicked on this video, congratulations, you have won yourself a amazing video. Part 2 of the Overwatch 2 Mythic Skin Review. I am the Kitsune. Let's go through Overwatch 2's Mythics from Season 6 to 10. Season 6, A7000 War God Ana. We don't know much about War God Ana, but we do know that this Omnic was created to replicate Ana's consciousness. But the Omnic ended up gaining Ana's ruthlessness and has parts of her which are corrupted by Ana's memories. The good and the bad memories of the original Overwatch days and stuff like that. I do really like this skin, but I think this might be the worst out of these support mythics, which is a bit upsetting, but it's not a downside. War God Ana comes in 3 different color palettes: purple, grey, and white. The usual null sector color scheme, unlocked at level 1, cream, grey, and a sandy color, unlocked at level 2, which I think could be a reference to the Bastet skin, because that is a very Laura Ana skin, and she used that a lot during the after the fall of Overwatch. And lastly, black, red, and purple, and I'm not really sure where its inspiration is from, but it is unlocked at level 4. Moving on to the masks, we have mask 1, which I will dub Sentry. It's unlocked at level 1 and is pretty decent, with the bastion-like eye and the fairly generic yet interesting and unique clothing like the robe that or overcoat that Ana has. To me, it looks incomplete and it was still in the process of development, like it had just escaped from the mother factory or something like that. This is a pretty cool skin. It's not the best out of the 3 that you can choose from, but I like it. And here are the color palettes: purple, cream, and red. I mainly say that I think it escaped because it still looks really undeveloped, and you can still see the Omnic exoskeleton. Omnic 2, which I will dub Unit, is unlocked at level 2, and we have a pretty solid design with a more apparent hood. Like the head is like a shark's head and jaw with 4 eyes. This is honestly one of my favorite coats and hoods, and this overall is pretty good. Here are the color palettes: purple, cream, and red. Moving on to mask 3, which I'll dub Mirror, unlocked at level 3, and is my personal favorite out of all 3 of them. This is the Omnic, well, this is the most like Ana, from clothing to hair to appearance, because that's what that's called. This is the most like Ana. We get a really nice detail in one of the faceplates. One of the faceplates having a damaged eye, just like Ana usually does, where you can see the soulless robotic eye, which I think is a really nice touch, and I am a really big fan of it. Here are the color palettes: purple, cream, and red. Biotic Rifle 1, unlocked at level 1, honestly reminds me of the Z750 binary rifle from Halo 4 and 5, so it's quite cool, if I'm being real. Also, down where the Biotic blade would be, we have that null sector orb, which Ramatra has, and I think a few of the other null sector enemies in the PvE would have, which I don't know if there's any lore behind what that is, because I don't know. But yeah, this is really cool, and I think I might change to it after I film this, and once I'm back on Overwatch. This has 3 different color palettes, just like the rest of them, those being purple, cream, and red. Biotic Rifle 2 is up next, and is more like the original Biotic Rifle, just more robotic. That makes any sense. It is nice seeing this way, and it's the one I currently have equipped, but it's actually a lot worse than the other one, in my opinion at least. It is nice, I do like it a lot, and it comes in the 3 different color palettes: purple, cream, and red. And yeah, that's about it. I would go over Sleep Dart, but it is also the exact same, and comes in the 3 different color palettes: purple, cream, and red. It's the same as the original Ana one, just with those colors, so I'm not really going to go over it because it is just the same. Next up, we have Season 7 with Unreal Hanzo, by far one of the most lackluster mythics. I have a love-hate relationship with this skin. For one, I love its design, I love its voice, I love the effects, changes, I love the dragons, as well as the weapons. However, I hate the fact that they labeled it a mythic because it really isn't. Unreal from Dead by Daylight comes in 3 different color palettes, those being blue, brown, and black, unlocked at level 1, orange, red, and an ashy color unlocked at level 2, light grey and dark grey unlocked at level 3. Moving on already to the last section of Season 7, we have the weapons. Weapon 1, unlocked at level 1, has has a dragon motif with 2 dragons making up the 2 parts of the bow at the front. I don't know what that's called, I didn't actually look into it. And they come in the 3 color palettes. We have blue, orange, and grey. And lastly, weapon 2 is unlocked at level 3 and has a bone-made bow with a very cool design. There is also a Oni/Unreal skull at the front of the bow, which is where the arrow comes out. I love how it uses like a spine of something. It could be a dead human, we don't know. This is probably one of the coolest bows that Hanzo has. But yeah, here are the color palettes: blue, orange, and grey. So I never actually say this, but I have a Discord, and every time I upload I will post into the Discord as one good content creator should. So yeah, if you want to join the Discord you can. It is literally just me, so I'm kind of posting to no one at the moment. But yeah, I was just jump scared by a squirrel as I was just about to record this bit. Overwatch 2's 8th season, the season which handed us Satan himself, some would say, Malga. But we ain't talking about the oiled up buff guy. We are on about this season's Mythic and the second really lackluster Grand Beast Orisa. Grand Beast Orisa is quite Monster Hunter coated and is an amalgamation of bug, crustacean, and robot. It comes in 4 different colors: sand, purple, and green, known as desert, unlocked at level 1, red, blue, and grey, known as aquatic, unlocked at level 2, purple, orange, and grey, known as woodland, unlocked at level 3, and white, blue, and blue, unlocked at level 4, and that is known as Arctic. Gun 1 is very similar to the basic weapon and kinda looks stupid. Why does this creature have a minigun attached to it? That is the question that I have, but yeah, it's not the best, and here are the colors: desert, aquatic, woodland, and arctic. Gun 2 is where it's at, and it looks like a claw, and this is fairly threatening. It's covered in the carapace like the rest of the skin. I like the weapon, and here are the different color palettes: desert, aquatic, woodland, and arctic. Spear is very nice and doesn't change between weapon variant 1 and 2, but it's still very nice and probably one of the best Marisa spears that we had in the game. I do like the fact that they actually changed it for the skin, because they sometimes don't change a Marisa spear for some reason, but it's really nice and comes in the 4 different color palettes: a desert, aquatic, a woodland, and arctic, and looks really nice. The spear also kind of looks like the Destroyer World from Terraria, which is really nice, and I do love that about it. This is a really nice spear. Season 9, Ancient Caller. It feels like I have talked about this skin a few weeks ago. This was the first season of this year, and honestly a very good start. Ancient Caller Moira is very inspired by Howard Phillips Lovecraft, or H.P. Lovecraft, a writer whom inspired many, and the creator of Cthulhu, some works of Lovecraft inspired many Stephen King novels, Soul Eater, Terraria, Hellboy, Blizzard himself in the past, and I would continue on a list, but then we would just be going on for a while about me rambling about what's been inspired by Lovecraft. Moira comes in 4 different colors, those being a ugly yellow, grey, and brown, which is again ugly, and I am unsure on its inspiration, unlocked at level 1. Grey, brass, and a vibrant magenta, which makes Moira look like a stone statue with some cracks of energy seeping through, and that is unlocked at level 2. Then we have pink, white, and red, which makes Moira look like an eyeball, the white acting as the sclera, having veins where then the tentacles act like the optic nerve, being all red and bloody like, which is unlocked at level 3. And lastly, black, grey, and teal, which I think is the most and the more Cthulhu inspired than any of the others, because this is the color palette of like teal is very common for Cthulhu and dark, and he's usually in the dark, so I think this one is mainly Cthulhu inspired, but they are quite nice, minus the other one. I do not like that one. Moving on to the masks, we have some nice options to choose from. Mask 1 is decent, it tries the best to hide the void of her face, and adding a peering red eyes out of the darkness with this weird bright thing. It's like a super gray. It's kind of cool. It is nice. Not my personal pick out of all of them, but it is quite nice. And here are the color palettes: yellow, grey, pink, and black. Mask 2, which is unlocked at level 2, is quite cool, and it is very Soulsborne enemy-like, with the scarring around the soulless eyes. Is nice in almost every aspect. The colors are quite nice, minus the fact that the black color variant looks a bit goofy because the face is completely teal. But other than that, it is very, very nice, and this faceplate would probably be my pick if it wasn't for the next one, which I will go into in just a moment. And here are the colors of Mask 2, the face: yellow, grey, pink, and black. And finally, Mask 3, which isn't a mask at all. It is a Cosmic Void, which is by far the coolest. Yeah, the others are nice and all, but being able to see the cosmic insights that make up Moira in this skin is very, very cool, and I love that. They come in all the different color palettes. It doesn't change the void, but it changes the clothing: yellow, grey, pink, and black. Now, I would go over Grasp, however you can barely see the difference of them, but I will acknowledge their existence in this little section here. Grasp 1 unlocked at level 1 has these weird little wrist thingies that orbit your wrist, and that's about it. That genuinely is it. And Grasp 2 is unlocked at level 3 and doesn't have those things that orbit your wrists, and they are barely visible. Either way, with them and without them, so they don't really matter. And I respect the fact that Blizzard allows us to make the pick between the two, but why? This is one of those moments where it's like, why? There's no change really. But yeah, and you probably didn't even realize I have been showing you the whole entire time. So those were Grasp, and moving on to the final season of this video, Season 10. Season 10, Vengeance. Taking a peek into the first proper confirmed alternate universe, we are entering the Mirrorverse and Mirror Watch, and meeting Vengeance, the leader of Talon in this world. Angela comes in 3 different colors: white, red, and black, unlocked at level 1, and it obviously based on the Talon color palette. Purple, black, and brown, unlocked at level 2, based on either Null Sector or Moira. I think it's more likely Moira though. And lastly, blue, white, and grey, unlocked at level 4, based on either Overwatch or Vishkar. It's probably more Overwatch though. Moving on to the hair, we have hair down, unlocked at level 1, and is partly slicked back hairstyle. Angela is really rocking that Nishikiyama hair. I think this is the better one out of the two, but they are both pretty decent, but I do prefer this one. It does kind of give that more villainous look. Like, a lot of characters have slicked back hair when they're actually a villain, now thinking about it. It comes in 3 different color palettes, which also change the hair color. We have red, which has Angela with white hair. We have purple, which has Angela with the usual blonde. And we have blue, which has Angela with a bluish black. Picture Widow's hair, kind of, but not really, because that's more purple black. But yeah, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Like, you can see it on screen. Hair Up is next, and is unlocked at level 2, and is basically the Overwatch 1 Mercy hair. If you put them side by side, they basically are the same, but just used in a different format for this skin, which I think is a quite a good way of doing something like this. But yeah, it comes in the 3 different color palettes: red, purple, and blue. Now we have her face, which has some really nice options. Phase 1 unlocked at level 1. Angela has the Scouter from Dragon Ball. Something tells me her power level is over 9,000 when it comes to this. It comes in 3 different color palettes: red, purple, and black. I know that was not a very good reference, I'm sorry. Phase 2 unlocked at level 3 has Angela in some sort of visor thingy. It's interesting. I don't really know why they chose it though, but I'd assume the visor shows like the vitals of everyone, I'd assume. But it comes in 3 different color palettes: red, purple, and blue. Lastly, we have Skull, which is unlocked at level 4 and is my favorite. Angela basically being a Reaper, having control of life and death. It only makes sense for her to have a skull mask, and the thing that I love about it is that it is very different from Reaper and Gabriel Reyes because of the fact that her mask is mainly a human one, while his is more of a owl or bird one. But yeah, this is really cool. The colors are red, purple, and blue. I think that Staff 1 is quite nice. It is unlocked at level 1 and is a decent staff out of all of them, in my opinion. I do like the whole just how it looks. It is a very interesting, and it looks more deadly compared to all the other Mercy staffs. But yeah, it comes in the 3 different color palettes: red, purple, and blue. Staff 2 is up next and is my personal favorite. It's really nice. I love its design. It is a very different look from what we usually have with a Mercy staff, but it's really nice. I am a big fan of this one. It comes in 3 different color palettes: red, purple, and blue. It is also unlocked at level 3, I had forgotten to say that. Gun 1 is basically the same as Mercy's basic gun, but with some slight differences that I cannot name, but I can see that there is the differences. It comes in the 3 different color palettes like all the others: red, purple, and blue. And lastly, we have Gun 2, which is unlocked at level 3 and looks kind of like a shark to me, and I love that. It looks like a little shark guy. That's all I really have to say about it. But it's a really nice gun. I really like it because of the fact it kind of looks like a shark, and is unlocked at level 3 with the 3 different color palettes: red, purple, and blue. With that marks the end of the video and the tier list section, where I will tell you who is in what positions. Joining Genji and Kiriko, we have Mercy and Moira. Joining Junker Queen and Sigma, we have Anna. Joining Tracer, we have Hanzo and Orisa. And I would like to thank you all for watching this video. Yeah, I'll catch you later. Join the Discord. See ya.